Grover Norquist. I'm president of Americans for Tax Reform, and I'm very excited about working with the Right on Crime Project. For too long, a lot of Americans who cared about taxes and spending realized that the government wasted money in food stamps, and they wasted money in foreign aid, and they certainly wasted money in all sorts of boondoggles where grants were given here, there, or the other. But we turned a blind eye to how much money it costs to run the prisons and the judicial system, because we assumed that it was all well spent, because that's a legitimate function of government. And it's really important that conservatives, Republicans, people who care about taxes and spending and limited government focus on defense spending, making sure we don't waste money, and the criminal justice system. Because those are the two things the government does to keep bad people from messing with us. And we sort of gave them a blank check. We sort of assumed everything that the experts told us they needed was a good idea. We didn't double check to see if there were less expensive ways to do the same thing. And frankly, locking people up is not for free. Sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes it's very necessary. And because the liberals always took the position you should never lock up anybody, or you shouldn't lock anybody up for very long, all criticisms of lock them up and throw away the key came from liberals, so we kind of laughed at them and assumed they were silly. It's only conservatives, only taxpayer and people who care about limited spending can reform the judicial system and the prison system, because we, one, care about public safety, don't get all weepy-eyed about criminals, and have no problem saying you stay in prison for a long, long time if that's necessary. And we can both tackle fighting crime and fighting government waste at the same time. And unfortunately, we've always just assumed, well, fight crime and send them a check for whatever it costs. Now we're saying, hey, some money's been wasted, lives have been disrupted that didn't need to be. So I'm excited that this project, this is virgin territory. Nobody's been looking about how to save money. The fight's been on some culture war about how mad you are at criminals, or whether you think the criminals are responsible for what they did. We're conservatives. We think criminals are responsible for what they did. And we want to make sure that real criminals who do real damage to real people are kept locked up and are punished. We also want to make sure that we're not paying to lock up people where it doesn't add to public safety. So let's fight crime and not waste money.